I exposed my brother's hidden family at his funeral, and now strangers keep showing up claiming to be related to me. My brother's funeral was standing room only, which was impressive for a man who insisted he didn't like people. I was seated in the front pew between my parents, my mother crushing a tissue into damp confetti. The pastor began talking about my brother, about his generosity, his loyalty, his singular devotion to family. That word hit differently once I noticed the woman in the front row on the opposite side. She sat alone, dressed in black but not quite like the others. No conservative suit or modest dress. Her black skirt had tiny white stars on it, like she hadn't expected a funeral. Just an occasion. She kept twisting a silver ring on her thumb and never looked at the coffin. She only stared at the framed photo of my brother. When the slideshow started, she flinched every time his face appeared. Not like everyone else who winced at the memories. Her reaction was sharper, almost guilty. The first red flag was the little boy beside her, 7 or 8, restless, swinging his feet. He had my brother's exact eyes. Same odd hazel, like they couldn't decide if they were brown or green. I saw it and my stomach dropped. I leaned toward my mother. Do you know who they are? She followed my gaze, blinked, and shook her head. Probably coworkers. My brother didn't have coworkers. He worked remote and complained endlessly about it. When they called for anyone to share memories, I didn't plan to speak. But then the boy tugged at the woman's sleeve and whispered, just loud enough for the quiet chapel to catch. Mom, is that really my dad? Every head in the first 3 rows turned. My father's back went rigid. My mother made a sound like someone had stepped on her. I stood up before I knew I was moving. Excuse me, I said, my voice shaking. Who are you? The woman's face went pale. She pulled the boy closer as if someone might try to take him. We should go, she murmured. No, my father snapped, standing too. Answer her. Silence pressed down, thick and expectant. The woman swallowed. My name is Sarah. This is Eli. She hesitated, like she was testing the room, weighing truth against safety. He's Michael's son. Someone gasped. My mother dropped what was left of her tissue. My brother's son. The words felt wrong in my head, like a sentence in a language I should know but didn't. My brother, who told us he never wanted kids because he didn't want to repeat our childhood, had a child, a secret one. The pastor tried to step in, mumbling about saving this for later, but it was too late. People were already whispering, staring, judging. I asked the only question that made sense. For how long? 8 years, she replied quietly. He promised he would tell you. He was going to. After his new life was sorted. New life. Hidden family. That was 3 weeks ago. Since then, 3 different people have knocked on my door, each with a different story, each holding some fragment that leads back to my brother. Photos, money transfers, messages. All of them saying the same thing. I think we're family. And none of them are wrong.